This year Pride Month felt a bit different. As this New York Times article explains, we are currently in an LGBTQ state of emergency. With over 500 anti-LGBTQ bills being advanced this year and the Human Rights Campaign officially declaring a national state of emergency for LGBTQ people, Pride celebrations were filled with worries this year. Despite the general American public having more favorable views than ever before towards LGBTQ people, many of the political culture wars and the social media debates of this year have centered around LGBTQ issues. Today I'm going to talk about how these uncertain times for LGBTQ people and this state of emergency impacts our younger generations. No matter your sexual orientation or gender identity, the period of your 20s, which is also known in psychology as emerging adulthood, has been found to be a period of identity exploration, uncertainty, and possibilities. Emerging adults tend to explore career choices by switching jobs or majors in college, and tend to get involved in a variety of romantic relationships, for some examples. In light of the current political climates in the United States, LGBTQ emerging adults face more difficulty developing their sense of identity and exploring possibilities during their 20s. This is due to the discrimination and prejudice they face. Pride events are one way that LGBTQ people can use to build their sense of identity. Feeling the support of your community during these uncertain times are especially important when you are a young LGBTQ person. Research finds that LGBTQ emerging adults who feel a stronger sense of identity with the LGBTQ community have greater well-being and are better equipped at handling prejudice and microaggression. So despite the so-called pall over Pride that we noticed this year, psychology research shows that it's really important to celebrate Pride. So if you are LGBTQ and you're trying to navigate these uncertain times as a young adult, trying to connect to your LGBTQ community, attending Pride events and other community events might really help your well-being and overall your transition to adulthood. The period of life after adolescence is characterized by risky behaviors, such as increased drug and alcohol use, which can lead to harmful physical and mental health consequences. With the addition of minority stress that I just explained for LGBTQ people, they often tend to increase unhealthy alcohol use. For instance, research show that unhealthy alcohol use of LGBTQ young adults is explained by the experience of discrimination that they face in their everyday lives. When LGBTQ people face less discrimination and heterosexist behaviors in their everyday lives, their alcohol use actually decreases, creating less risky behaviors during their 20s. LGBTQ young people need allies to create these inclusive spaces. It's especially important to create inclusive spaces because studies show that environments that foster microaggressions and are hostile towards LGBTQ people lead to lower well-being and successful outcomes among LGBTQ young adults. So even if you aren't queer, ensuring that the spaces you occupy, like your workplace or your college, is inclusive of different sexual orientation and gender identity, it's really important to reduce risky behaviors and increase well-being among LGBTQ people. By creating more inclusive spaces, LGBTQ people have a better chance of navigating different work and personal endeavors without the pressure of discrimination and prejudice. Everybody in their 20s has a lot of exploration to do, and we want to make sure that everybody has an equal chance of creating these possibilities. In the state of emergency for LGBTQ concerns, it's important that allies and LGBTQ people work together to improve the living conditions of young queer people so that we can all successfully transition into adulthood. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, feel free to click on the links that I'll provide after the end of this video on more resources related to creating LGBTQ inclusive spaces, and you can also read up on the research that I presented today.